My insecurities can be the devil, and the devil leads me to food. I'm being dramatic, but man, food has been my coping mechanism for my insecurities for so long. I even triggered my insecurities yesterday by making a TikTok channel for my podcast. P.S. I'm going to refer to my insecurities as Bob for the rest of this entry, specifically because I don't want to keep writing the word insecurities repeatedly. So, I made my TikTok account and got blocked and gated because my content was not engaging enough. So, what came through the door? Here came Bob. Bob casually leaned over my shoulder, took a cigar out of his front pocket, lit it up, and said in the best New Jersey accent I can muster, "My dude, you really suck at this, you know? You can make content for so many other people and make them famous and have money and be loved, but you're just not good enough to make people like you." Bob took a deep pull on the cigar. "You know, you shouldn't feel bad about this stuff. It's just not your thing. But hey, I know you don't want to talk about this stuff, so, there's a lovely tri-tip sitting in the fridge that needs to be finished." My mouth began to water. "So why don't we go over there, grab an iPad, and make ourselves feel better?" So I did. 2.4 pounds of tri-tip later, Bob let out a low whistle while eyeballing the near-empty plate. "I had no idea you were feeling that bad. You really shouldn't have eaten that much." Bob flopped back on the counter and, leaning close to my ear, said, "This means that you're not losing weight this week. Sheesh. I mean, people are looking up to you. I'm glad no one can actually see you right now. I'm not saying you're a slob, but you're not winning any prizes for truthfulness either. Just like when you were a kid, right, Johnny boy? Can't be trusted." I get up and walk to my room, depressed, stuffed, and insecure. Right as I closed my eyes, I heard, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'm sure you can take care of this tomorrow. It's not like you're gonna fall off the wagon and slide back to the bottom of the hill again, right?" Bob's words rang in my ears and a knot formed in my stomach. I have been here more than once. This is how I got in trouble more than once. This is how I gained weight many, many times before. The next morning, I was determined to be on the right track. But again, the more I pressed on the door of my insecurities, the worse it felt. Stage fright building in my throat, a dog that barked in my ear, overwhelming my thoughts and creativity. Even when people would compliment me on my work, it was Bob's voice that whispered, "They're just being nice, and even if they mean it, you know that you don't deserve it. They just don't know how bad you are. Even after all the years, you're not really the best at anything." Bob would pat me on the back and with a sympathetic smile say, "There's a fast food restaurant that we passed on the way in. You need to be alone. You just need to get away from people. Find a nice, quiet place. Maybe in your truck. Stuff your face. Own up to who you really are. Be honest with yourself, Johnny boy. You're gonna be exposed as a fraud one way or the other." An hour and a half later, as I finished up my last bite of hamburger patties, without the bun, of course, Bob had insisted, so I had at least some form of dignity. "Come to think of it, you're over your calories for the week," Bob muttered from the passenger seat of my truck. "If your wife saw these wrappers, well, you know the look that would come in her eyes. She'd be disappointed. She would know, Johnny boy, that you are not doing what you said you would. It's too late to stop the train now. It's already left the station, and we all know what happens next." Something in my head clicked. I put a hand over Bob's mouth. One of his eyebrows shot up in surprise. Bob, just wait till tomorrow. The next morning, I put a stop to Bob. I doubt that it is forever, but today I remember a tool that I had found before. A button I am getting faster at using. Reset. I am resetting faster. I once heard Mark Rober say that when you play a game and you lose, you don't think twice about hitting the reset button and trying again. No shame, no guilt. You're not cheating. You're learning. So I applied that strategy today. Fuck Bob. Today, my reset button was that I fasted. Not out of punishment or trying to tip the scales. I fasted because I needed to reclaim my story, reclaim my journey. I needed to remind myself of the self-control and determination that I have. It was not easy. I snapped and growled when my wife ate in front of me. I felt nauseous and plagued with self-doubt. The stronger that Bob yelled, the harder it was not to eat. So I slept. I reset. I found strength in backing Bob down. Second, I'm writing about Bob, and I am telling people about Bob and his lies. Maybe you, will get a laugh out of it. Maybe Bob talks to you too. The dude seems to get around to almost every house I know. All I know is that today, Bob did not live as long as he did in the past. And that's a good thing. Tomorrow he might live a little shorter. I don't think he's going away. I'm just finding bigger tools so that when I see Bob, he finds out that I don't fight fair. Not against him anymore.